What's going on, people, and welcome to Man Knows Football. You are here with Guni and Jason, a familiar face here on the channel, which I much appreciate, Jason. But you know what? Before I start with today's result, I'm going to be fair and start with the FA Cup, because I actually wasn't here, and that's a massive win and the trophy for Leicester City, a club that I feel deserved the trophy. So, Jason, I'm going to let you have your 5 minutes on the FA Cup final. Feel free, my friend.
5 minutes. I could just rap about the FA Cup final. Listen, I don't even know where to start. But listen, this was something that we've all wanted, right? And so everyone knows what happened 5 years ago, that miraculous title win, right? But for me, and I think for most Leicester fans, we didn't ever consider that a possibility until it happened, right? We wouldn't even let ourselves dream about winning the league, winning the top flight. For us, it was about that FA Cup. 137 years. This is our fifth shot at the title and at the cup, and had never won it before. The FA Cup just really meant so much to so many of us, to have a final, to get that redemption, to finally get that trophy that we've always wanted, that we felt we kind of deserved. It was really special, and then that was one of the most emotionally stressful and physically draining games I think I've watched in a long time. But I think the Leicester fans did everyone proud. I think they did the football world proud, and the club did the world proud. We showed, that the magic of the FA Cup is real, that football is really about all of this. It's about the people. The Leicester fans were incredible at Wembley. Did not stop the whole game. The limbs when Tielemans scored were just incredible. That last half hour was just unreal. We had chills here, and we didn't stop. We were singing the whole game and just losing our minds. And it just feels good. It feels good for everyone, for all those generations of fans that didn't get to see that happen. That was for all of them. And then just to have Top there, and to have the fans there and interacting and showing the love to each other, it was really special. Honestly, I can't even put into words how much that FA Cup means to all of us. So, well done, Leicester. Come on.
No, 100%. Listen, although I was on the losing side, this is a situation where I can actually take a step back and look outside the box and say it was a beautiful victory for Leicester City Football Club. Everything that's happened in the past decade over Leicester City Football Club, from the title win, obviously losing the owner, Vichai, rest in peace. Every single football fan held that, regardless of what your rivalry was. That hit everybody, because that man was about his football club. And as a Chelsea fan, having Abramovich, I understand having a man who actually cares about his club. So that one there, I took my respect for that, and that's why I couldn't really take this loss too hard. Although I wasn't here, it was through no fault of my own. That was my missus's fault, man. Those people that watch this channel.
Listen, I hope the couch is comfortable.
Hey, listen. But listen, I say that to say this. Leicester, deserved victory, absolute tactical masterclass from Brendan Rodgers, because I had to watch that game twice. Obviously, if we start in this channel, my first game was an emotional view, so I couldn't really give you a proper footballing perspective. My second one was really more from an outside-the-box point of view. And where I think Brendan Rodgers was absolutely spot on was the way your defence was able to close the spaces. Fantastic. And not only that, it's the transition from when we lost possession and you gained possession. You went quickly from a back five to a back four. And that transition was absolutely flawless. However, I know we did have our opportunities to get in the back, but there's no system that's perfect. Now, Jason, I know you want to say something, crack on.
Well, listen, there's going to be no system that's perfect, I think, when Timo Werner's leading the line. I'm sorry, I just got to say it. And, he was broken down physically and mentally in that first half. You could see it. Didn't want to get himself back up off the pitch. They broke him down. He had nothing. And you saw it today. And you guys got the win, but he's spent. He needs the summer, right? And I think that had to have been part of the game plan. To put a little hot sauce on every challenge, anytime he got the ball. And he just didn't have it in him to finish. It was, did we play the best game of football? No, but we're not going to be as fresh as any of the big six clubs, right? We don't have the squad depth that they have. So we have to manage the games in different ways. And Rodgers has shown this year he can do it. 100%. He can manage the game in different ways. And I'm sorry, the fans at Wembley, that was a huge X factor. And no respect to you as a fan, but like if you were a Chelsea fan at Wembley, and that's how you showed up and your first game back, I just didn't see it, didn't hear it, didn't feel it. And the Leicester fans at that game, I'm sure when you rewatch it, you can see we're living and dying. Every tackle, every throw-in, every disallowed goal. It was just, I mean, it meant so much more.
Usually in an FA Cup final, I would say, it's a case of which team wants it more. Now, I would be fair and say that Chelsea weren't terrible on the day. It was the finishing that was terrible. We could have caught 1 or 2. However, Kasper Schmeichel, my goodness. There was 2 saves in particular, but the one that I'm going to mention is the obvious one. It's the Mason Mount save. That was an absolute world-class save, and it just summed up your evening. So well done for winning the FA Cup. It's fully deserved. I'm not going to have no sour grapes on this one. Do you know what I mean? I sent you a message after the FA Cup. I think, was it the day after or the same day?
That night.
Oh, it was the same night. Wow, I'm surprised at myself.
I just may not have gotten to it till the next day. 'Cause obviously we were having a good time.
Fair play. Right, so obviously the mood is going to have to change because today we did play in the Premier League. It was an important battle for the top 4, Chelsea versus Leicester. 2-1 win to Chelsea. I mean, how do you feel about that? I mean, you guys have just won an FA Cup, a massive achievement for you guys. So I'm sure that kind of adds some cushion to the blow today.
Yeah, why does the mood have to change? We won the FA Cup. Life is good. Every day is a bonus. That's all I wanted. I think that's a lot of us wanted that. Now, look, long-term Champions League might be, great thing financially and all this, but like, man, it was hard enough to be a supporter and to continue to sing and to have enough voice left. Could you imagine what it would be like to get out and play after celebrating an FA Cup win? So, I don't think any of us had any high hopes for today. And, God bless the boys, man. You just won an FA Cup.
And to be fair, we were saying, I think it was like very early stages in the game, or maybe even before the game. The fact that obviously Leicester, they've just won a cup. Half of the squad are out, just fucking, do you know what I mean? Living it large. Yeah, cheers to that. Yeah, living it large, as you would.
But Jamie Vardy and the Desperados, you know what's up. You know what's happening.
It's a no-brainer. So today was a bit much of an ask, but I'm sure as Leicester fans, if you were to say, listen, miss out on top 4 and get a trophy, and miss out narrowly by top 4, to be fair, and get a trophy, I'm sure a lot of you would have taken that. So it has been a good season. Today, it's based on that principle, it's kind of hard to criticise Leicester because a lot of your players weren't really up to their 100%. We saw what their 100% was over the weekend. Again, fantastic result. I don't want to go back to that too much, but I do. I will. Of course, he fucking would. But I will say this: Chelsea today. I've got to speak about my team. Chelsea today, they went out there and they knew what was up for grabs. And Thomas Tuchel, in my opinion, made sure to the team that they knew that 3 points was needed today. And I felt the first half and the second half, we were the better team. Yes, you got the goal with Iheanacho, but it's also the story of Chelsea's life. I mean, this season, we gift goals, because against Arsenal, we did the same thing. Just in summary, just sum up people sum up your performance today. And I'm going to wrap up this interview because, listen, to be honest, I've had one too many of these. I'm sure, Jason, you've had one too many of these. I doubt it. I don't know. I'm not going to speak for Jason.
I've been behaving today.
He's behaving today. You heard that. But, yeah, just sum up your results.
Yeah, look, there's no... look, I'm not going to make any, make any excuses or say anything. Chelsea, you guys are a better team today, without a doubt. From the beginning of the game to the end of the game, you're fresher. You have a deeper squad to pull from. There was a little bit of spite in this game, after losing twice to us already this year, losing the FA Cup final, knowing that top 4 still for grabs, wanting to go into the Champions League final with some momentum. Look, you guys took all the initiative. There's no doubt about it. But it was still a tight, close game in the end. And all I wanted to see from my guys was a fighting chance, and they had it. They had that chance fall to Jose at the end. It wasn't our day. It was your day. And look, whoever was at Wembley probably wasn't at the bridge today because it was a much different crowd at the bridge. And respect to all those Chelsea fans because they made some noise today.
Do you have a message for the Leicester fans that were over at Wembley for your FA Cup win?
Yeah, you're incredible. Thank you. I mean, it was everything. Like you were everything and more. You were great. And I can't say enough great things about them. You know how great you are. My message is to the fans that are going to be there against Tottenham, and you know you got to bring it. You got to bring it on Sunday. So come on, let's do this.
I'm in an awkward situation. Leicester versus Tottenham, but this is also a top 4 fight. As much as I hate them fucking scumbags up the North London, you know, the ones in white, I'm going to reserve my judgment on this one. But Jason, thank you very much for joining me on this interview. It's always love. Like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Watch out for good things to come. Obviously, we're at the tail end of the season, but the next season, we've got a lot more coming. Don't you worry. Jason, will we be seeing you a lot more in the next season?
You certainly will.
100%.
Well, you will.
Thank you very much. You heard it here. Man Knows Football. Like, share, subscribe. Bless.